What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Freedom Fire podcast, where we want to stoke the flames of freedom every single day. My name is Kendall Bowman. We got a crazy story for you guys today. Some good news today. But before we get into that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and share the show with your friends. Got kind of a scratchy voice today, guys, so if you guys could just kind of bear with me, I'm going to try to work my way through this, okay? All right, let's get into this. Utah bans medical sex changes for minors. Utah has become the first state in 2023 to ban experimental sex changes for minors, with Republican Governor Spencer Cox signing a bill that will prohibit doctors from providing puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, or sex change surgeries to anyone under the 18 years of age. The bill cites the lack of good quality evidence available for so-called gender-affirming care. And Governor Cox has said in a statement that such a ban was necessary until more research could be done into the safety and effectiveness of the treatments. Legislation that impacts our most vulnerable youth requires careful consideration and deliberation, said Cox. While not a perfect bill, we are grateful for Senator Kennedy's more nuanced and thoughtful approach to this terribly divisive issue. More and more experts, states, and countries around the world are pausing these permanent and life-altering treatments for new patients until more and better research can help determine the long-term consequences. The bill calls for the Department of Health and Human Services to conduct a systematic review of the evidence of puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and sex change surgeries as bilateral mastectomies for minors, or such as. Sweden, Finland, and England have so far undertaken such reviews, and each nation found the evidence of child sex changes to be of very low quality. Sweden and Finland have already abandoned the affirmative model of care and reverted back to treating children who say they are transgender with psychotherapy. England is expected to follow suit in the coming months on completion of the independent review of its gender services. While we understand our words will be of little comfort to those who disagree with us, we sincerely hope that we can treat our transgender families with more love and respect as we work to better understand the science and consequences behind these procedures, concluded Cox. Guys, this is good news. This is very good news in terms of being able to protect children in the state of Utah. I believe there's some other states that have done something similar: Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, and Tennessee. So this is 5 states out of the 50 that are taking action to actually protect children from being coerced into becoming transgender and having these permanent surgeries that end up destroying people's lives. Or taking these experimental hormones and drugs that will end up destroying their ability to have any kind of sexual pleasure in the future. It's wrong. It truly is. And I'm glad that there's something being done about it in these states. But we got to do more. We got to do more. The fight must continue. The fight must go on. We have to keep fighting so that more states will do things like this, implementing laws to stop these doctors from doing these things to these kids. I believe that this bill also has an aspect of it that Yes, right here. The bill will also increase the statute of limitations, meaning those who come to regret their decisions later in life will be able to sue the doctors who allowed them to consent while they were still in a period of identity development. This is something that needs to be done all over the country. These doctors know that these kids cannot consent. If a child cannot consent to consensual sex, then what makes you think that they can consent to this? Something that will permanently alter their body. It's unacceptable. These doctors know that they're doing something wrong, and they're still doing it. This bill will stop them. But we got to do more. It needs to be done in every single state in the country. Now, I'm not someone who wishes for federal government involvement because the federal government is hot trash, but in terms of this situation, I'd be willing for the federal government to step in because this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable that doctors would be doing this. And you see videos all the time, parents taking their children to these illegal all-age drag shows. They're illegal because it's showing minors sexual activity or sexual content, which is illegal. Yeah, I'm happy about this. I'm really happy, but we got to do more. For example, where's I live in supposedly the greatest state in the country, the state of Texas, and Greg Abbott, Bud, where are you on this list? Why are you not on this list? Why have you not implemented a similar law to this? Why? That's the question we should be asking to every single one of our governors all across the country. Why are you not doing something to protect these children from these parents who are implementing this and indoctrinating these kids to believe something that is false, and to doing something about it that will permanently alter their life and destroy their lives forever? It is irreversible, guys. A lot of these sex change surgeries and hormones and drugs, they destroy the ability for these children to have any kind of sexual pleasure. They will not be able to have kids. They will not be able to have sexual pleasure. It is destroying these kids' bodies completely. And it's irreversible, despite what the mainstream media will tell you. I'm happy about this. I truly am. This is finally some good news that we're getting in terms of protecting kids in this country. I'm glad that some states are finally doing something about it. But we got to do more. The fight must go on. All right, guys, I'll leave it there. I'll have another show coming for you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.